Football is finally here. We made it. The Minnesota Fighting Vikings take on San Francisco 49ers on Sunday. And, you know, if you want to put a little shekel or two on the game, that's perfectly fine. That's your prerogative. That's what I want to do, too, at mybookie.ag because they've made a business for years. Great reviews online, and their mobile site super, super easy to use. Lay down some cash and win big. They have in-game live betting and the most rewarding player perks in the business and for you fantasy guys out there. You can even bet over under how many fantasy points the player will score each game. So it's the hybrid synergy of sports betting and fantasy football. It's beautiful. Join now, and MyBookie will match your deposit dollar for dollar up to $1,000. You use promo code FTW to activate the offer. Again, 3 letters, FTW. So visit MyBookie online today, mybookie.ag, promo code FTW. You play, you win, you get paid.
And whose team is this? Is this your team, or is this your daddy's team?
Thanks for listening to Dad Mode Podcast, common sense parenting in a politically correct world. Here's your host, Andy Carlson.
Welcome back to the Dad Mode Podcast, common sense parenting in a politically correct world. I'm your host, Andy Carlson, at Andy Carlson Show on Twitter. I'm a father, and I have no idea what I'm doing, but you don't either. Let's try and learn something together today. The website is dadmodepod.com, Twitter at dadmodepod, or use the hashtag dadmode to get all up in that. Amazon, dadmodepod.com. We have a little Amazon link. Click through that, bookmark it, buy all your crap, and keep the show going. Nick was just talking about the stuff he's going to buy next. Nick, what are you going to go buy?
You know, typical things I like to buy on my weekends. You know, a sun visor for my Hyundai.
Got a brand new Hyundai.
They have tons of things on Amazon. I've been looking at, you know, musical equipment. I play guitars, so I've been looking at some equipment. If I ever want to do like live playing again or some recording, you know, I could always do something new. It's anything. You don't have to leave the house anymore. I can do all my shopping online.
Now, since Dad Mode Pod gets a little taste of every purchase, I suggest that you should buy a brand new Escalade on Amazon.
That might be a little past my budget. You know what? No, it's my Hyundai is fine. I like right. My car.
That voice you hear is Uncle Nick. He's on Twitter at Nickason. Nick is not a dad that he knows of, but he is the godfather of my little girl, little Muggsy. Who knew?
Very honored and very happy to be a part of her life more. And, you know, when you guys are a little closer, I can see you guys more often. We live miles away, man.
And now, you know, this is not ceremonial. Now, you might think that this is ceremonial, but it's not. But so once, you know, Crystal and I are summarily executed by the Mendoza cartel in a drug deal gone bad, she yours.
We will work together and plot a very elaborate revenge.
And yeah, it's got to be like the Simpsons Rainer Wolfcastle, and you got to be over my and Crystal's bullet roll bodies and be like, Mendoza! Would you like to rain it, sir? Why? I just saw the best part. That is from that scene. Today, our theme is parents on Facebook. Now, Facebook is a good thing. It connects you with old friends, connects you with family that you don't see very often. And it really alleviates a lot of pain in the asses in life. Like, you don't have to go to college reunions. You can just check Facebook. You don't have to, or high school reunions. You can just check Facebook. You don't really have to, call your third cousin twice removed. You can just check out all their Facebook crap. But parents, I'm talking specifically, kind of take it a little too far as updates about the kids, photos of the kids, and we'll get to that because Crystal doesn't do Facebook very often. Before Muggsy was born, I really tapered off. I'm more of a Twitter guy now, which is understandable because Twitter is way better. But overall, Facebook, we're really trying to temper how many photos we put out of Muggsy the newborn, because I understand the itch. You know, it's brand new, it's very exciting. People love newborn baby pictures, but Crystal has a couple friends that she has in high school that you know the type are your friends on Facebook, but you didn't really hang out back in the day. But hey, we're in the same class, and hey, let's be friends on Facebook. And there's one who posts, swear to God, minimum 10 photos of the child every single day. It's almost like they're trying to make a flip book on Facebook.
Not to support any sides yet because we haven't started that far, but I think there's a thing you can do where you can limit the amount of things you can see of the person post. I think there's a way to limit the number of posts you see from certain people. You can like click on their profile, and I think you can typically edit that, but we'll get more on that later.
A whole another argument for another day, but I don't really go on Facebook that much anymore, mostly because it's you've seen the studies where it says people who are chronic Facebook users or use Facebook like several times every day are like more likely to be depressed. Remember those?
No, I don't.
It's because Facebook is everyone's highlight reel. Like you think if you spend a lot of time on Facebook, you look, it's like, oh, my friends are always on vacation or buying new cars or buying new houses. Nothing goes bad on Facebook. And then the people who spend a lot of time on there feel inadequate. They're like, oh, how come I'm not on vacation? How come I don't have a new car? How come I don't have a new house? I'm just here getting a tax audit and eating a gas station cheeseburger.
Oh, that's weird. You know what? I think I do the opposite with that. I think I always post the low points of my life, and I'd be like,
is that why you post so much?
That's why I post all the time.
Well, what was your last recent low moment?
Last season, I might have complained about something with my car, or actually, let's see. I'm looking at today's Facebook. I'm on Facebook right now. Isn't that funny?
Yep.
I posted a good thing. I posted I went for a walk at Mall of America in the morning, and hey, it wasn't packed. It was lovely.
Now, see, people will see that and be like, "Oh, why can't I go to the Mall of America when it's not packed?" Ooh, Mall of America. That's a future episode.
We'll talk about that soon. I did. What I use Facebook a lot for now, and it's sad because I get a lot of news from there. People who are always up to date on on other websites, CNN or anything, or Facebook has a trending side. I mean, you can get updates on current events. When Christopher Lee passed away a week ago, I got my news from Facebook. People who, when you have status updates, yes, you can do all that on Twitter, but Facebook came first, and I always check my Facebook. It's so much more than just people posting about their families. I get a lot more out of it than that. I'm friends with people I don't know who they are anymore. I don't know if I went to high school with them. I have to typically follow their feeds to see if I remember how I met them. I mean,
are you the type that on Friends, if you realize that I don't really know you, move on?
No, I've only unfriended one person. So
who was it?
Oh man, it's
come on.
our buddy Matt Grimsrud, who used to Facebook and tweet kill to me all the time. I just got so bored. It filled up my thing so gosh darn fast. I had on friend dude, no, it's annoying. I have to explain to family and other friends no, that's just how he is, and he's unfriended on Facebook, and I think he's blocked on my Twitter. So I don't even know if he's even.
All right, so from an outsider's perspective, well, not outsiders, but a non-father's perspective, what do you think when you see, kids' photos, kids' updates, blah, 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 recital today, and lost his first tooth. This is a great day. Hashtag awesome. Well, it won't be hashtag because Facebook, but, big smiley face or feeling blessed, whatever the Facebook thing is. Do you think it's too much? Do you think it's not enough? Do you think it's just right?
It's something that depending on the person it is and how frequently they do it. I mean, am I more or less sympathetic? Obviously for people who are closer to me on Facebook, I like to know updates and keep tabs with family. If I don't talk to them every day, at least there's a visual picture, that's available all together. I think it's about the number of friends I think you have and the close ones. For a lot of friends that I'm friends with on Facebook who I'm not close with, when I see a collection of stuff on a vacation, I'm like, what's a Tinder reference? I'll swipe left. I won't give two shits about it and just kind of go on to the go on next feed.
It's because I've never clicked on like a vacation album or an album of a kid either, because you see like the preview of like 7 photos of it and you're like, oh, there's 60 photos, cool. It's the equivalent of back before Facebook, when a couple would go on a vacation and then they'd invite you over so you can see the slides of their vacation. Remember the the click thing?
Oh yeah,
the projector. Yeah. Oh, and here we are in Azerbaijan before it got taken over.
Well, in my family, it was photo albums, and people never developed photos right away, so you had to wait a couple months after. Usually, like during a holiday event or something, like, oh, this was from our summer trip, and it's December, that's when we would see things, because growing up, cell phones weren't popular in the 90s yet, so unless I was physically calling them all the time at their houses, you don't get too many updates. This is a new age and world we're living in.
Well, I think there is a proper etiquette when it comes to posting updates about your kids or pictures about your kids. There's one who has an account for their kid, which I think is creepy as shit.
Like how old are the kid? How old's the kid?
2. And like they'll post pictures of the kid and updates in like the third person.
I don't think I'm not friends with any of those people. I have friends who have pages for their pets. That's, I don't know, which I find.
I understand it's like a little narcissism, especially. Well, I understand narcissism. I have narcissism. I have like 17 podcasts, but like, all right. So people who do that for their kid, who post about their kid constantly, or post photos. It's almost like they're seeking validation. It's like, hey, look how cute my kid is. My kid is awesome. Look how cute my kid is. He's awesome. He or she can never do no wrong. Aiden, Caden, Jaden, or Jason, or it's just a little too much. I really respect the couples who get it right, or the parents who one photo, let's say one photo a month of the kid. I think that's perfectly fine. Or one little cute update, like, oh, little child X ate SpaghettiOs or rented them, if you know what I mean, because he shit his pants. But because that's kind of funny. But the overall, like, over the top saccharine is like, oh my God, he's growing up so fast. He learned how to tie his shoes today, even though the kid's 12. That's a little too much.
It's 12.
Little Johnny's learning shapes today. The first shape he learned of was a police baton. Next one was a square. Now, see, that's all right. So I think that's like a good guideline. One photo a month of the kid. And I know that I kind of sound like a hypocrite because I posted a couple of Mugsy, but newborn, I feel like that's a little different. But
newborn's different.
Yeah, and like the wife and I have had a conversation about this. We don't want our kid to like grow up on Facebook. A photo every now and then, perfectly acceptable. But like 6 or 7 a day, and they usually have the same setting. Like, oh, she moved slightly. Okay, better put another picture up. That's a little too much.
No, I think what you're requesting is generally fair. But as I said in the beginning, for people who do overdo the Facebook thing with the children, there are things you can do to fix that. There are setting things in order to, avoid the annoyance of it. Unless you do want to be that parent who wants to yell at the person at Facebook, hey, stop posting pictures of your damn kids. Which I will put money down to see if you would do that to someone. Yeah.
Well, who do you have in mind?
I'm trying to think of someone that we all know as kids. I mean, other than
because yeah, I'll be perfectly honest. Like the the friend, like Facebook friends that we usually share, and like new parents and stuff, I have no problem with them because no one specifically comes to mind that is an egregious violator of it. But yeah, Crystal's friends with a numerous of them, number of them.
The number of them.
There you go.
Yeah, because I was trying to think of the people we know, and yeah, okay, I don't see a lot of Nate and Ashley's or Kayla's kids too much. So yeah, I mean,
yeah, it's definitely not them.
It's all the okay, yeah. You know what? It's kind of your fault. I think you guys just pick lousy friends. I think just get rid of it. It's you guys. You gotta set those other ones straight, man.
Except, do you think they'll catch wise when they're muted by everyone, or the Facebook equivalent of mute, and then they're like, "Oh my God, the little picture of Jason or Kazan in his little surfer outfit didn't get any likes or comments. What's going on?"
It's
why is Bill Clinton the dad, by the way? All right. Well, that's a little McConaughey. Anyways, sorry, proceed.
All right. I'm sure they have more than you guys as friends to get clarifications, get that buzz of like, oh yeah, someone will like this. No, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. They'll be okay.
Oh yeah, it's all the relatives, especially the old relatives. They love them some Facebook.
Yeah, you can't, like Facebook. We are criticizing it, but I mean, it's helping those who never had, who don't get to, those long distance relatives like who are now in the state. I mean, it's giving a lot of people a fair opportunity to see their kids and families. There are, there are other options other than Facebook to do that. Remember online photo albums? I used to have a bunch of online photo albums and different. That should be a weekend plan to look for all my old online photo albums. I used to do a bunch of that back in college. Remember those?
You should find them, yes.
Man.
Also, your annual Christmas email.
I do not remember it.
This year was a tough year. I failed speech, mostly because the Asian dude in there took all my money in poker, and I cried all the time.
I won a poker game or two.
Now, so let's open up just beyond like the parents. What are some Facebook annoyances that you have, or not annoyances?
Annoyances? I don't know. I mean, the people who are constantly, if you're at a concert or you're at a place, I'm okay with you giving me an update like, oh yeah, having a good time at so and so. But if you're gonna constantly update us every 5 minutes of so-and-so having a beer, so-and-so doing this, I rather, it's, stop going on and, like, okay, you're at the concert. Good. Have a good time. I bet you're going to have a good time. Don't update on every drink that you're having, or don't, it's, there are other means that are on Facebook, and I'll just go with it with Twitter, and I'll use an example. I was Twitter bashing a band at a concert a few weeks ago. It's, use Twitter, use something else. Don't use Facebook.
These damn Rolling Stones, bunch of old assholes. They don't do anything. Hey, do something. They're all in Walmart rascals.
They're at the high. They're probably at Target rascals. They're like high end, man.
And then you start me up. Oh wait, I went too far.
I heard that was a good concert.
Didn't it rain?
It was raining up until like the last hour, and then it stopped. And then I guess it was like a really good night for a concert.
See, funny thing about concerts on Facebook too is that you'll come across a photo album that has like 70 pictures of the concert, and it's like, do you even watch the show, man? Or were you there just being Ansel Adams?
And just so many of the concert shots are just a blur, I mean, like it's just like you can see just mainly the crowd, and how many.
Oh, my favorite is when people take pictures of fireworks. They never turn out. Are you kidding me? Just enjoy the damn show. Besides, we know what fireworks looks like. Oh, they made one that looked like a cowboy hat. Oh, cool. Google Images. Let professionals take pictures of it instead of your blurry with your 6.1 megapixel Canon. Get the hell out of here. Oh, use the flash? Cool. It's pitch black.
Oh,
No,
fireworks.
well, we grew up in an interesting time though, because just as we got to college, Facebook or the Facebook and college Facebook just started to exist, but there wasn't smartphones. There were cameras on phones, except they were like 0.8 megapixel. You know, the pictures that you took came out looking like X-rays, and
Yeah.
there wasn't Twitter, and we pretty much graduated before the Facebook was on mobile, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's and you said in the beginning, college. It was college Facebook. You had to be like, I think, joined to a college in order to like have it. I mean, it was something. It was a social media thing for us college guys, and now Facebook's open to everyone. Your grandmother can have one. Your kids can have them. Sometimes your dogs can have them before they get removed, which happened to a friend of mine. It exploded. It evolved. Which is it's what our times is. Things evolve, and we're criticizing a lot, but I love Facebook, and I always will use it. It's all about moderation, though.
Well, no. So the weird thing is, like, I kind of have a dichotomy going that I run like 4 different podcasts right now. I love putting myself out there. I'm shameless self-promoter in those avenues, not on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, on pretty much anything. But I want my kids' life to be very private, or at least relatively private. Is that weird?
No, not at all. I mean, what you're doing, the business that you're doing and everything, that's its mission. Facebook has become such a big social thing where people people are getting too personal, really revealing too much private info about everything. It's like all the old adults. I have to throw in the word old adult, because we and I are adults now. But like all the relatives, the grandparents who are all on Facebook, like there's so much out there that are private. Like their privacy is like gone now. I know what grandma's doing now. I know where she lives. You can update status. Your status can have all that stuff. It's hard to have a private life on Facebook. There's not one.
Had some 2% milk instead of skim this morning because YOLO. It's weird though, because that there's some idiot out there on Facebook that posts about their kids everything, and they have a public profile, and then they just like put out pictures of the kid's birth certificate and social security card on there, like, look what came in the mail today. Oh my God, little Jeffrey's a real person. Little Aiden with a Y is a real person.
And in the end, it's about Facebook. It's not to sound like a strict parent here, me not being the parent, but if for kids and people, like, you have to set good boundaries and like you can alter the settings so you don't get bombarded by all this kid stuff, and people should just
now see. Here's what's gonna happen. A mom or dad who shares way too much on Facebook about their kids, like 17 photos a day, so many status updates, can't figure out her privacy settings, so everything is public. Then when the kid gets older, she dies, and they can't recover her password, so the kid is like, well, what the shit? I got all these pictures of me in my bathtub with my little binky out, and I can't get rid of them. And they're tagged with my name, Aiden, J's, and K's in the third. How am I going to get rid of this? How am I ever going to run for office?
Facebook is forever.
Kind of is. And in like 20 years, there's going to be so many kids looking at their parents like, the fuck were you thinking? The hell is going on here? Why? Why is my rear end all over Facebook? Why is every one of my movements on Facebook? Why do I have an account from birth?
Imagine 20 years from now. What's going to be bigger than Facebook? What's will there be
Grindr?
A social media outlet that's so that's so much out there? Like this could just be a beginning. It could get way worse in the future. Who knows what they could invent, and who knows how much stuff could be available for kids in the future, man. I would, it's mind blowing.
Now, like 20 years from now, someone a man or female is going to be running for presidency, and then they'll get this question like, your senator or governor, did you or did you not like the page of adult actress Sasha Grey in 2008? And he'll be like, he'll look at the camera, yes, I did, but that does not define me as a person. I'm just kidding. I still.
What question was that?
I have no idea. Maybe Josh Brolin being George W. Bush in the movie W, Oliver Stone movie.
Okay, yeah.
You know that's gonna happen, or like someone's political career is gonna be derailed because of a MySpace page.
Hell, there was someone's political career derailed because the way they shouted "Yeah" when they were doing their campaign trail.
Well,
Remember?
Does your MySpace page still exist?
I don't know if it does.
Because mine does, and I don't remember the password. Plus, I don't have access to the email that I signed up with because it was, the college email. So now it's just kind of there.
Interesting. I forgot about.
Now I find it.
I mean, think about it. Facebook could end up like a MySpace down the road. I mean, I think a lot of people were predicting that Facebook would soon, all this novelty thing would wear off, and then just something else would happen. I don't know. We're in the age of Snapchats right now. There is that Tinder and Grindr stuff people can, use online dating thing. There's some, things are evolving. Twitter is so huge.
Well, without Facebook, where are people going to brag about their vacation to the Ozarks?
Twitter.
Or bought a new 4-wheeler. And we took it on vacation to the Ozarks. And then I ran a 5K.
10K.
Feeling blessed.
Hashtag this.
Oh, that was the Facebook episode. I'm sure there'll be many, many more as I get slightly annoyed by something that will just make a whole show of it. So good times.
I had a blast. Yeah, it was very interesting. I don't know how. I feel like we drifted a little away from talking dad stuff, but it went where it went.
Well, this is encompassing of all dad stuff, because this is stuff you gotta deal with. And plus, what age do you let a kid get a Facebook account? Answer: never. Or hopefully she won't be into it.
It might go extinct by the time she gets older.
Plus, it'll be something way worse.
Are you gonna let her on a computer when she gets older?
Well, yeah, I'm sure she'll have to because of school, and that's where everything's going anyways. But I'm definitely locking down the parental controls and having net nanny and all that other crap.
Kids get iPads now in school. It's ridiculous. I used to have a notebook. Notebook was how I got by back in my day. Now, kids, my coworkers' kids know how to work iPads better than the parents.
Well, you did have a notebook until they discovered that you had 17 pages of must kill everyone, and then a bunch of cryptic dark drawings.
I had to go away.
Then they put you in that class down by the boiler room.
Oh, Mr. Stevenson! Oh my God, those were the days. Never going back. I'm never going back.
Speaking of never going back, something you should come back to is Amazon. Go to dadmodepod.com. Little Amazon link, top left corner. Click on it. Bookmark it and buy all your Amazon crap, and we get a little taste. We get a little percentage. It keeps the Dad Mode Pod going because I ain't cheap. I work for free. Nick does, though. That's why I picked him as a co-host.
Yeah.
Well, are you a co-host or are you a minion?
I like to think of myself as a co-host. So we done, what's this now, episode 4?
All right, so minion.
Fine, I'm a minion. Minions are cute, though. And I'm pretty adorable.
All right, so the show is available on iTunes. Follow us on Twitter at DadModePod or me at Andy Carlson Show. Nick is at NickSun. The website, like we said, dadmodepod.com. Facebook, facebook.com/dadmodepod. As much as I was bitching about Facebook, yes, we do have a Facebook page, so you should probably like that. And then close out of Facebook and never visit it again. And unfriend all your friends. Or mute everyone. No freedom for anybody. America.
Yeah, on YouTube too, right?
Yes, on YouTube.
Yeah,
don't have a Vandy link for that yet, but we'll get to that. But we're out of here for this episode. A Dad Mode podcast. Be a man. Be a father. Go Dad Mode. Keep your daughters off of Facebook. Damn it. See you next time. Is the minimum age 13?
think so.
It needs to be 33. IMO.
Think the episode you just heard is worth $1? Well, send it our way. Visit dadmodepod.com/support to find out how. Be a man, be a father. Go Dad Mode. The music is created and produced by Deeb. To hear more of his tracks, visit soundcloud.com/Deeb.